Good morning, East Leiden. I'm Johnny Auger.
And I'm Sarah Kajewski.
Let's open up with One Book, One Leiden.
For the second time in 3 years, Leiden will be celebrating reading through its One Book, One Leiden program. The goal of the program is to get students and faculty reading a single book with the hope of building dialogue around the main topic.
I think a One Book, One Leiden program is important for Leiden High School's District 212 because it provides us that page-turning togetherness that I think every school across our country needs. An opportunity for us to connect on whatever level we're currently at about a book.
This year's book is Outcast United by Warren St. John. The book tells the story of Luma Mufle, an American-educated Jordanian woman who founded a youth soccer team to unify refugee children and keep them off the streets.
And maybe we can identify with Luma's journey and refugees and maybe have a little bit better understanding, a little bit more humility when we talk, speak in our own circles. And if the students see Warren St. John and they have an ounce of interest in the book, please stop by either library, any teacher, staff member in the building, and ask for a copy. I am certain you can get one.
Students will hear from Mr. St. John in an all-school assembly on Thursday. They can pick up books from teachers or from the library at East.
The administration hopes that a new reporting system will keep the school clean and safe. Here's an Eagle Eye exclusive report.
Over the last few years, your West Suburban Conference leaders and the administration have been exploring methods to provide students a safe platform to share and report concerning matters. I caught up with our principal, Mr. Jason Markey, for more information.
So the purpose of the hotline that we're starting, or the anonymous reporting form, is really just to make sure that we're increasing the ability to communicate with our school administration. So we know there are lots of things going on in the school, and students aren't always sure if they should say something, or they may not be comfortable coming forward and talking to someone in person. So this just gives us another avenue to make sure that we're really understanding any concerns for safety or for other students that may be happening in our building. So when we've been considering using something like this for a few years now. Actually, the West Suburban Conference leadership team from our school the last couple of years, they've talked about this with other schools at the WSC conference. And so they brought it back to us, and I've talked to many other principals about this, both within the conference and at other schools. And I've only heard positive reports about the impact on school culture. So I thought it was something that we could bring to continue to improve on our school culture. So the purpose of this forum is not just one aspect of school culture. So I know a lot of times the first thing that comes to mind is bullying other students, or reports like that, or reports of specific safety concerns. But really, once you see the forum, you'll see that there are many different categories that you can choose. So it can be something that you would typically think of, or it could be something that, hey, you know, I saw this car on campus and I'm just not quite sure if it belongs there, and maybe they share the license plate number. So it could really be general concerns that go beyond like student-to-student issues. So the form will be on a shortened link that's easy to find, which is bit.ly speakup212. So if you just type that in, you'll be able to get to the form. It will also be on our website under the students and the parents link at the East Leiden website. And then we're also going to encourage all students to go to the form and save it to their home screen on their phone, just so that it's easily accessible on their phone as well. When a submission comes in from the forum, all of our building admin team will get alerted. So we all have an app installed on our phones, so we'll immediately be alerted. So even if it's on a weekend, we'll get that information right away, and then we can determine what the best next step is. And I think it's a good time to remind all students, if there's something happening outside of school hours, on a weekend, you're not in our building and it's an emergency, you should call 911. You should call the local authorities if there's an immediate danger to yourself or to someone else. This is more for reporting things that that maybe are not in immediate danger, but we need to be aware of and to address as a school. I know one thing that's a concern for students is to know whether or not the reporting is truly anonymous. That's one of the reasons why we're using this website. So literally the website is just an open web page on the internet, so there's no way for us to track students, but there is an option for students to add their name. It's always best if we knew the student, because if there's some follow-up information we need or a question that comes up, it's best if we can talk to the student, but we understand sometimes it's not comfortable to report, so you can absolutely report with no name, and there's no way for us to trace that back.
Layla Sadikovic, Eagle Update.
Now we send it over to the East SBN studio for your weekly sports update.
What's up, Leiden? Stats by Joe here in the East SBN studio, bringing you another Sports Minute. This week's Team of the Week finished just over 500 and end their season this week, and that team is wrestling. The reason they are featured as the Team of the Week is because 4 of their athletes are featured in sectionals in the upcoming weeks. 2 of them go to West. Those are Ryan Jaffrey and Anthony Feliciano. But the two E-studs I have here with me today are junior Eric Aguilar and sophomore Daniel Uribe, who will join me for a quick interview about sectionals. This is Danny. This is Eric. First questions first. Eric, how do you feel about making it to sectionals as a junior?
Well, it feels great because sophomore year I came up 1 point short, 1 place short, got fourth, so it feels good to redeem myself. Hopefully I have a good performance this weekend and hopefully move on.
And how does this prepare you for next year when you're a senior?
Well, now I'll get a feeling of sectionals, be mentally prepared, physically prepared for the competition, and yeah.
All right, now you are a sophomore. Both years that you've been here, you've been under our new wrestling coach, Mr. Kading. How do you feel he's done here at Leiden in his 2 years?
I think Kading's done a great job. He has buggy whips, but that hasn't really affected his coaching abilities. He's a great coach, and he's fun to have around in the room.
Now, like I asked him, being as a sophomore, making it sectionals, how does this prepare you for your junior and senior year?
It's good because I have a feel for where I need to be able to make it to state, because sectionals isn't the end goal. It's always state and maybe even win a state title.
All right, well, everyone's rooting for you here at Leiden. Good luck on your performance. For now, it's Danny, Joe, Eric signing it back off to the studio.
Congrats on every dub this week, and keep soaring, Eagles. Well, Leiden, it seems like our time is running out. And remember,
Love the gold,
commit to blue,
because Leiden pride is the move.